Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your twin flame reading for those twins who are currently in separation. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third and fourth piles will be the unified energy of how things are going to come together. And this reading is good for the next 6, maybe even 8 weeks in terms of energy. Also, it's worth noting, if anyone is emotionally, physically, or mentally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That's more likely to be a false flame connection, and it will waste your wonderful time and drain you of your beautiful love, okay? I'll give you a bite-sized idea of what it means to be in a twin flame connection. However, you can find a lot more information online. Check out the internet because there's a lot on it. But basically, twin flames, they are magnetic. It's a very intense relationship. You're drawn together. It's an otherworldly experience, almost bordering on obsession at first. You can't stop thinking about your twin. Also, when you meet your twin, you meet in the same vibration. So it's like meeting a part of yourself. And twin flames, they are an activated relationship. And what that means is it's more about accepting your true spiritual awakening and evolution than it is about your twin at first, okay? Because each twin has a mission and they are called to separately follow their true calling before coming together in union. And it is a sacred union, and it's often a result of shared difficulty or pain. And what I mean by that is both parties tend to have had some level of trauma, difficulty, or heartbreak before they even meet. And the twin flame connection amplifies those experiences so that both parties cannot ignore the healing. So the chaser, there tends to be a dynamic where there's a chaser, a runner, and a separation period. And that separation period, it can be for weeks, months, years, it depends on your spiritual path. I always say do not wait for your twin because their spiritual evolution is going to be different than yours, and the time frame will also be different there too. I just need to go get that card because it flew right across the floor there, so one moment please. Sorry about that, my beautiful Aries. We have the ship there to end on your overarching energy, so that's quite positive, but let's get to it when we get all the cards there. As I was saying, do not wait for your twin. Each person has a different time frame, so you may work through all the stuff that you need to spiritually evolve with, and maybe quicker than your twin. Sometimes people are better at resolving things within themselves than others. Also, the twin flame who is the runner, they tend to basically see all the things within themselves that need to be healed, and they feel really overwhelmed. They avoid their feelings. A twin flame connection is a mirrored relationship. It's often about projected energy. So when you look at your twin, you're seeing aspects of self that need healing. It means you cannot run away from it. So it's a very difficult dynamic. Not everybody takes the twin flame connection in each lifetime because it is so difficult. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there because I know how painful it can be. But when twins come together in union after healing and choosing a healthier path, it actually can be very, very rewarding indeed, okay? Now, I like to explain twin flames like magnets, both identical in polarities. There is a push and pull, but there is also a space in between. So that indicates that there is purpose in pause. There needs to be a change of vibration between those two magnets before they can truly come together in union. It's not a game, it's an energetic, I think they want that card. It's an energetic exchange, and basically it means that both parties have to choose a path that is healthier, erect healthier boundaries, and really do the journey of discovery and connect to their true life's mission and purpose before they can truly come together and have a loving, balanced, healthy relationship, okay? But if the chaser keeps reaching out to their person, think of the magnets. Every time a magnet in the same frequency tries to move towards the other magnet, it's actually going to push the other magnet away, and it will perpetuate a cycle of repeat. And only when the frequency is changed can the magnets come together. So if you just visualize these two magnets drawn to each other, the push and pull of the twin flame connection, both want to be together, they're attracted, they pull towards each other, but also they repel, because there needs to be that space to spiritually evolve and change the frequencies. And as soon as, let's say this is the chaser, as soon as this magnet puts all that energy, love, care, devotion into themselves and their own path of spiritual healing and evolution, that's when you change the frequency here. And that also changes the dynamic in the magnets. So your person comes towards you, but it also encourages them to step up spiritually and do the work, okay? So by stepping back, you are the catalyst for change in the dynamic of the twin flame connection. Again, very complex. There's a lot more out there about it. That's just like a little surface kind of energy about twin flames. But it's not this romantic, idealized kind of relationship that Hollywood movies would have us believe. It is a lot more turbulent than that, but it can be equally rewarding, okay? Now let's get to your twin flame and the state it is in right now in this moment. We've got the tree there. So this is your energy, my beautiful Aries. This is really about you in a period of learning, of stabilizing your energy, grounding yourself, and you just want to plant roots, okay? I feel like it's been a very difficult relationship for you. You've got the Two of Wands there. You've waited a long time for this person to step up, to spiritually evolve, but there's been no change there. With the Eight of Swords, you're feeling really stuck. I feel it's almost like you've been trapped in the cycle of repeat with this person, and you're trying to see what the lesson is in this connection. But it's to really get on your true life's calling and purpose path. And also, with the tree, it's an interesting card to get for you, because I feel you recognize the twin flame journey. It is for the long term, okay? You can see it is a catalytic relationship to change something in you for the healthier, but in order to do that, there has to be spiritual growth, and that's really about sorting through the mud of life, right, and experience. So I feel right now, you just want a little bit more groundedness. You're looking for a long-term relationship, something that is healthy, but you feel this person has not presented that. You've been very patient. You know, the tree takes a long time to grow, and I feel like you have been sort of deeply rooted in the emotions of this. You gave your whole heart and soul to this person. And deep down, I feel like you would want to reunite with this person. However, you don't want to waste time. Okay, I see here with the Three of Cups, some of you are wanting to like go out there, have fun with your friends, meet someone new. You're highly attractive and you're really magnetic. You know, you're a fire element. You have a lot of passion, intensity, and you know, you're really bold and daring. You live life on your own terms, and not everybody can keep up with you. And that's what's really wonderful, because when you meet a person that really does sort of like stop you in your tracks and you fall in love, which is rare because you don't give your heart away easily, you know, it's an incredible experience, but at the same time, it's been with your twin, which means there has to be that separation period. And I feel like you're trying to learn about it, because number 5 is the energy of, you know, knowledge and tradition and expectations. You know, it is Hierophant energy. Some of you may have even visualized being married to this person and had expectations that you would like settle down with this person. And some of you beautiful Aries out there, you actually married your person, but things are feeling really stuck. It just feels like there's no budge. Looking at their energy, this person, they're a very protected person. They wear a shield, okay? And there's no excuses here. I'm not here to take anyone's side. side or make you feel sorry for anybody or anything like that. I'm here to try and understand the energy so I can understand the outcome. But I feel like you've been in this cycle of repeat with this person for a long time. And there's been a lot of learning there, but now you're feeling like you want to branch out. I really feel here that you're feeling frustrated. This person you feel let you down in some way. But I also feel like you're not so sure about love anymore. It's this energy of, realizing that perhaps love is not secure. You may feel that you want a high level commitment, but you've seen this person, your twin flame's habits, and it is not presented a true secure relationship. And I'm actually seeing a padlock now in the shape of a heart. So that can indicate that you offer this person security in a relationship. You were a pure heart and you basically created a level of sanctuary and nurturing for this person. But you may feel that, when I think about it, actually, I've just seen that this card, your person's got like a key there and the key hole at the top there, so that can indicate that yes, this person knows that they hold the key to your heart deep down and they think about you a lot, but thinking is not really going to make the relationship progress any further. But as you can see, you've got the Two of Wands there. You've been waiting a long time. You're feeling frustrated. You may even feel that being in this twin flame connection now presents a risk. You're not so sure about it. I also feel that from time to time there is a yearning. Even though you've tried to cut a cord or disconnect in some way, you can't stop thinking about your person. You had plans for the future with this person, but you realize that this person is a potential project. And, we all have our own life to live and, time waits for no person. So I feel like you are maturing to the point where you feel like you have to distance yourself and step away from this connection. The Two of Wands is basically holding back. It's pausing in order to sort of map progress and see, is there any progress? With the Eight of Swords there, you're saying, nope, there's nothing. This person, it's stalemate. Right now you're feeling stuck. You're trapped in an endless cycle of repeat. But also, as you can see there, with the Eight of Swords, this beautiful figure, it's like your wings have been clipped in some way. This person, they made you feel like you were on top of the world at one point, but then suddenly it all came crashing down. And, there's a cage there. The cage represents a feeling, of course, of being trapped in something or stuck in something, but the door of the cage is wide open. So you could release yourself, but the mind tends to replay or haunt situations from the past, the woulda, coulda, shoulda conversations, and you just can't get this person out of your head. I also feel, that there's a lot of heartbreak here. Look at that. This figure has cried almost like new rivers of tears. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there. I know the twin flame relationship is a very difficult dynamic to take. And with the Eight of Swords, I feel like you're protecting yourself. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the figure in the Eight of Swords stands there blindfolded and bound, but the history of that card is that she could release her hands and take the blindfold off. But the swords are all around her and they're pointed down. So it indicates that there's no threat at this time, but they're being protected. So I feel, you and your twin, your guides have stepped in to pause the connection on purpose so that you learn to love yourself deeply, to follow your life's mission and purpose, but also to erect healthier boundaries and recognize that it is safe to love. Because I feel your person, there's something here with this person. I feel when they were younger, they were bullied, that's for sure. But I'm not here to give any excuses for this person. I feel this person, they're one tough cookie. They have a very hard outer shell, almost like a shield, and inside they're actually quite soft, but I feel they're very protective. They're very defensive, They always feel like something is a fight. It just feels like they're always expecting the worst. Like, when things get really deep with you, my beautiful Aries, they feel like you're going to leave or something's going to go wrong. So it's almost like they're ready for that. And they're in fight or flight mode. And when people tend to be in fight or flight mode, or when they kind of like, are conditioned to expect trouble ahead, it means that they've experienced trouble in the past, or had some level of trauma where they don't feel that they're on solid ground. So even though you tried to present a safe space for this person to express themselves and be with you, it wasn't enough. Okay, this person, we can never provide that level of comfort, security, and safety for another person, because they have to find that themselves in their own life. They have to find grounding in their own life. And I feel this person has had to do that. Okay. Let me just pull a card on this before I move forward. I mean, looking at your energy, my beautiful Aries, you've taken a strong step back in order to really work on yourself, to pour all that love, care, and devotion on your path. Some of you have been focusing on your career or wealth, trying to build a solid financial foundation. I feel like with the Two of Wands as well, you've waited a long time and now you're kind of planning for the future, or you're thinking about the future. And basically, I feel like you're engaging more deeply in the process of envisaging something new. So new love, for example. With the Three of Cups there, it tells me that you're going to be attracting some other attention with someone new. Three of Wands, you're waiting, okay? I mean, part of you really want this person, but at the same time, it's almost like as a protective measure, you can see nothing's happening there. So you've had no other choice but to walk away and look elsewhere, okay? You're aligning yourself with your heart at this moment in time because you can't do this anymore. I really feel you're done, okay? You're looking for love, you want to settle down, but you may feel that this person's actions have not created a level of security in your life that tells you that they'd be sticking around, okay? Looking at their energy, they have the Bear. Now, in the LENORMAND deck, the Bear is someone who is very protective, someone who, how can I put this? They search for stability in everything that they do. And they feel that, I mean, looking at their energy, they're super independent. They have been focusing on ambition, career, projects, money. And Ace of Swords, they're not a good communicator. I feel like they're learning to express themselves. They're learning to articulate how they feel. With the Bear energy, it's number 15 as well, so that connects to the Devil card. Now, this could indicate that you're dealing with Capricorn energy. Doesn't have to be, but they could have some strong Capricorn in their chart. But also it connects to the Devil card on a level where there could be some addictive energy. So this person could have some addictions, whether it's, substance abuse, gambling, or whether it's addictive behavior, where they need a fix of something really exciting. However, it's not sustainable. And you are a very exciting person to be with, my beautiful Aries. You are that firecracker of life. I love Aries. Hanging out with Aries, it's a really exciting ride. But this person, they felt like they couldn't keep up with it, or they felt that it was so intense that they lost their grounding a little bit, is what I see here. Also, I feel this person is trying to turn their life around. They've had some level of responsibility that they may have talked to you about, okay? This is something, it's almost like this person grew up really quickly. I feel they were old before their time to some degree. And how I'm being given it is something in their home life when they were growing up. They had to be responsible. So as they started to get older and become more independent, suddenly they wanted to kick loose and be fancy free, and they just didn't want responsibility anymore. They just wanted to party or have fun, or they just didn't want to have that level of responsibility. I just keep getting this heaviness over them, and they were always expected to be the strong one. So it could be that they had to take care of a parent or guardian, or it could be that they had to be a breadwinner in the family unit and they had to step up early, or it could be that they witnessed some things and they felt they had to be protective over siblings if they have any. It just feels like they've had to be strong from a very young age. And as they started to get older, they just were didn't want to be tied down, didn't want to have responsibility, and they just wanted to, it's almost like they're going in reverse, as they get older, they're wanting to just be fun and playful, and didn't want to settle down. especially when they met you, didn't have any intentions of settling down. I mean, these cards are pretty much also how they feel about you. And they feel that you are also a very independent person. And it almost feels like they thought you didn't really need them. They kind of started questioning, what do they bring to your life that would make you stick around? Because you are independent, you're passionate, you're intense, you're loving, you're wild and free. And they were really like, well, how do I know that Aries is going to stick around? So there's something in this person's experience that makes them feel like you would leave them. So I don't like to get into the blame territory at all, okay? That's not why I'm here. I'm here to try and understand what's gone on here. But it feels like two people who've put the brakes on in a relationship and they didn't really talk about the real reason why. That's what I'm picking up on at the moment. But let's go a little bit deeper with this person. Can you please clarify the bear? Also, I feel this person was running away from something, almost like numbing their feelings on something, but I can't quite grasp what it is. Yeah, numbing the feelings. 3 of Cups, the party lifestyle. 3 Cups is to go out, have fun with friends. It kind of relieves the pressure of the responsibility or whatever it is that they have been bottling up. Because, I mean, I do feel this person was bullied. I think I mentioned that earlier. And it knocked their confidence. So they always feel like they're being judged by people. And this is something that is like an inner conversation in their mind. And they may have told you about it. But there is also something that they've been running away from. And that's not the bullying thing. So I'm not really sure what that is. Can you please show me a little bit more? Page of Cups. Well, they've been running away from love, that's for sure. I mean, the Page of Cups does come with an energy of recognizing that they love you and that they're sorry for their actions, that they felt that they were not mature enough to accept love at that time. But it's really interesting because I feel like before that, they were like super mature, super like serious, and they just didn't want to be so serious anymore. Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, I feel like they really love you, is what I'm seeing there as well. They were surprised by love. It's like they thought they were just having fun and suddenly they caught feelings. 3 of Swords. Okay, so 3 of Swords, it's like they were numbing some sort of pain. It could be that they were in love before, had a high level commitment, and they were heartbroken by it, and then love came along. They were like pushing love away because they didn't want to experience a level of pain that they had in previous experiences. Let me just see. Yeah, they were changing their life, and then fate stepped in and said, here's your twin flame. That tends to happen quite a lot in twin flame connections. So this person was running away from pain, fear, and the Wheel of Fortune represents fate, and it's like it kind of forced them back to look at the pain, to really heal it this time rather than run away from it and numb it with that 3 of Cups. Okay, so I feel this person, it's almost like they were wearing the band-aid of life. They had some heartbreak that they had experienced just before they met you, but they thought they could just move on with life and just cover it up and not really do the healing work. And that experience was actually meant to teach them to have better boundaries, to have higher self-esteem, because I feel there is an energy here, a little bit of self-loathing with that bear energy coming out, but I feel this person is having some major breakthroughs and trying to change their life in some way, and they're going to tell you about it. This is how they feel about you. I feel like they want to talk to you. Swords are all about communication, thought. Also, aces are divinely gifted by the universe, which means this person's having like a major epiphany to reach out and talk to you. You've been on their mind, and I feel this person, I mean, the key represents answers. So I feel this person wants to give you some answers, but also they have some questions for you as well, because they feel, and again, I don't like the blame game, but I feel there's this energy of you withdrew as well. It just feels like both of you were a little bit hesitant And, I can only give you what I'm getting from this person's energy, okay? So you, Aries, may be sitting there like, no, I didn't. I didn't move away. I didn't take a step back. That was not my energy. So it could be that they're projecting that that's how they feel, because that's what they were feeling at the time. They were afraid that you were stepping away. But I feel this person will offer an honest, open conversation. I mean, the fact that they got the Ace of Swords, this means they feel responsible for protecting their heart and keeping you at arm's length. They want to take accountability for their actions and give you clarity and truth of a situation. So I feel this person is going to try and overcome an obstacle. And we do have that Nine of Pentacles there as well. This person, they're not with anybody else. Nines tend to be solitary energy, but also the Nine of Pentacles is an energy that this person focuses on their projects. They're very independent. They chose a single life. Not to be with anybody else, but I feel as a protective measure, because even if you look up the meaning of the bear in the Lenormand deck, it means to protect. It means to, be wealthy as well. It could be that they wanted to set up their own business, or they wanted to be very ambitious and get into a trade and kind of like work their way up and get a reputation and be powerful and all of those things. But I feel like they wanted to reach a level of influence in their life before they had more responsibility. So there was an energy here where they chose freedom over a fruitful relationship. And I do feel that this person will tell you about that. Also, I get a sense here that this person with the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone who is very self-controlled, okay? When you get the combination of the bear and the Nine of Pentacles, self-control and losing yourself in love or in a very intense twin flame connection, that means you got to loosen yourself up a little bit and relinquish control. And this person had a problem with that. So I feel that's also something that they've been working through at this time. Now, we do have the outcome. What's really wonderful in between you both, because there are 3 cards here, they got the owl, which is knowledge and wisdom and starting to really see things as they truly are. Also, in between you both, we've got the letter, which is communication, and you've got the ships, okay, there. So that indicates that there is a connection coming in for you. Whether you want it to be your twin, that's your call. We all have free will. So I'm just here to tap into the energy that's available for both of you at this time. However, the decision is completely yours, okay? I do feel like there is a potential you going out and meeting someone new or attracting new energy if you haven't met someone already, maybe for Aries. But they're in the owl's energy. Now, the owl in the Lenormand deck, this represents frustration, restlessness, but it also represents discussion, verbal communication, and they're anxious about how it's going to go. They don't know how you're going to receive what they have to say, but what they have to say is they want to reunite. They can't stop thinking about you, and they know that they love you. 6 of Cups there is the reunion card. It is a card of nostalgia. They've been thinking about the times in the past. They're yearning for the security of the relationship of the good old days, but their actions have consequences, and that means they can't have the security of what you offered them many, many times before, because I feel now the dynamic has changed. And the Ace of Cups indicates they want to start again. They know it's love. They've got 2 aces here, so that means they want to transform their life. They're starting a new chapter, and they want you in it. However, you've been here, done that, got the t-shirt, and I feel like you're kind of like fed up of the way things have been going. With the owls, they're also number 12 energy. 12 is, of course, the hangman. So that means they are gathering wisdom. They've almost like turned their life upside down in order to see everything from a new perspective. And they are seeing where they kept themselves stuck. They are sort of relinquishing restrictions or things that are holding themselves back in life. And they've had a period of inaction. And you know that because you've been on the other end of it. But at the same time, I feel like this person has to be willing to sacrifice their shield in order to let you win. And that's what they seem to be working towards. Now, of course, the 6 of Cups is an interesting card. It is a card of nostalgia and reunions, but it does come with a cautionary tale. It means don't get lost in the past with rose-tinted glasses, because that's when you set yourself up to fail. So I do feel this card is like they don't really want to go back to that time. They do want to move forward. And that's kind of like underlined with the Ace of Cups. They know they can't go back. So that's why they want to start again. They want to start afresh, because wherever they've been, however they've transformed their life, or however they are transforming their life, there's only one person they keep looking back to, and that's you. You transform them. As you can see this figure, there's like thousands of little butterflies coming out of that cup, but there's one that's caught this person's attention, and the Six of Cups represents nostalgia. You are the person who caught their heart, their attention, and they can't stop looking back. They can't let you go. So I feel this person, they've kind of lived their life on their own terms, where they've just moved through life being wonderfully independent and not really having many attachments. They're really easily detached from situations, but they just can't detach from you. And it's made them start thinking, why? There's something different about you. There's something different about the relationship. They've never experienced a level of intensity. And I'm being given one word in the water because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. The word is regret. Okay, so that may come up in the conversation with you and your person. The Ace of Cups tells me that this person will reach out. And actually, they realize they have unconditional love for you also, and they see you as a gift. Okay, this is the outcome energy of how they're dealing with you. This is not anything that's going on outside themselves or outside of your union. This reading is all about how you feel about each other. Now, of course, in between you both, there is the letter, so there will be some communication. And looking at your energy, the ship. Now, the ship is basically the journey of life, the journey of love. But actually in the LENORMAND deck, it means, there is a distance between you both, and you don't know how you're going to come together. But also it represents change, movement. So I do see that there is movement in this connection. However, you're looking for a long-term relationship. These are, of course, romantic gondolas. And some of you, there may be some discussion about Venice and gondolas or romance in that respect. I'm not sure why that's coming up. It's just briefly coming in there. So perhaps it's something you have both talked about before, or maybe you've been before, or maybe you plan to go. I'm not really sure, but it may even be a conversation that comes up in the future. But threes, they tend to be a waiting energy. They tend to be taking stock of things, waiting, observing, paying attention, and, being very patient with situations before moving on, looking out to the future to align yourself with your true heart's desire, but recognizing that there are other opportunities. So I feel like you're not sort of tying yourself down to this connection because you've been there, done that, and it's painful. And I'm actually hearing a song right now. Ooh, okay, this song's pretty intense. This song has come up before in the past. It may have been last year or a couple of years ago. I can't remember. It may not have even been for your sign, but it's a very famous song. It's by En Vogue, and No, You're Never Gonna Get It. Never Gonna Get It. Okay, I'm being given more of this song. Now you promise me the moon and stars. Save your breath. You won't get far. Oh, okay, well, that's basically the end, or that's how you're feeling right now, that, you know what, this person's come in with their promises before in the past, and it just transpired to nothing. And they promised a world, but delivered absolutely zero. So you're kind of like basing this on your previous experiences with this person, and you don't want to get caught up in that cycle of repeat. I totally understand what you're saying here, and that song may even play just before you hear from this person. You get to decide whether you want to be with this person or not. That's your free will. But this person, you have not heard the last from this person, so you will receive a message from this person. Whether you want it or not, they're going to find a way to reach out and connect in some way. And then, of course, if you want to ignore that, that's your free will there. We have the Queen of Wands. This is your final energy for the next 6, as I said, maybe even 8 weeks. This is about you being highly magnetic. You're a very attractive person, both inside and out, and you are, commanding a lot of attention at this time. You're turning heads, and I feel like you have other options. And if you don't see those options right now, they're coming in, and you will choose whether you want to, explore one of those options or whether you want to wait for your twin. That's your call. But I mean, the majority energy so far, including that song that just came out there, I feel you've moved on, or you're moving on. You can't do this anymore. You just don't trust them. It seems that they're always the same promises, the same, modus operandi. They're just doing the same thing. So I feel right now you're busy building confidence within yourself, shining your beautiful light. And the sunflower, of course, it represents only going where you feel truly happy and fulfilled. And right now, you don't feel fulfilled in this connection. You feel very uncertain about what happened. You would like some answers, but you've been feeling so stuck in this. It's almost like it's trapped you in a cycle of repeat, and you just want out, okay? But the cage door is open, and if you want to set yourself free, I feel like now's the time if you haven't already, okay? Now, we do have that Three of Cups there. Interesting, because the Three of Cups, as I said, it could be numbing pain, but also it can be like going out there, having fun, living a life of just, no ties, and trying to just enjoy yourself, let your hair down, trying to find the joy in the moment. Also, I feel some of you, beautiful Aries, if you haven't met someone new, you may meet someone new when you're out with friends in the next maybe 6 or 7 weeks there. And then you will have a choice. I do feel like you do have a choice there. Also, the Three of Cups can indicate when your twin reaches out. Some of you may talk this over with your friends before you actually decide what to do on this. But looking at those figures, they're not jumping through hoops for nobody. And I feel like you're done with this. So I just get a sense here that right now you're not into receiving anything more from this person because you've done everything you can to move this forward and nothing worked. Can you show me a little bit past the next couple of weeks? Page of Swords is communication. This person, they're wondering what you're up to. I mean, the Page of Swords can also indicate that you've got a new focus, or you will have a new focus. Pages are learning cards. So I feel like, getting this message, it's like you'll be kind of interested to see what this person has to say, but it's also a card of calculation, as in working things out, seeing if their actions meet their words or whether you can trust this person. I feel like you've got a lot to think about when it comes to this connection, because I feel like they will be reaching out there. But I feel, if anything, you want some answers. It'll help you understand what went wrong there. Also, I feel, there's an energy there that you're vigilant, okay? It's like you're cautious about what this person has to say because you don't want to get sucked into that cycle of repeat. So there is communication coming, and what you do with that over the next 6, maybe even 8 weeks there is totally your call. But this person, they're not going to let you go so readily. I feel like they've got something that they want to say to you, okay? Now, we've got here, I'm scared to open my heart to love again. Yes. So this person, they've had a previous relationship, as I said, that broke their heart, and they just promised themselves that, love wasn't for them anymore. But in so doing, they've repeated the cycle with their twin in order to break open the cycle of healing. And that's a very difficult kind of concept to get your head around, but it is a catalytic relationship to set you both off on your life's purpose mission and your path of healing. So I feel both of you could probably share this card, but this is, things that the twin has not verbalized in the relationship, the secret thoughts of the runner. And I believe in a future for us. And looking at their cards, they do believe in a future for both of you. However, they need to take that accountability. They've got swords energy. That means communication. It means truth. It means clarity. It means responsibility, accountability, and conviction. Actions speak louder than words. So let's see what else is coming out there for you. Okay, so we have the stag, okay? Now, the stag represents respect, purity, truth, but it also indicates fighting for something that you believe in. So I feel this person, now that they have done some spiritual work and they are healing, or they're really trying to work stuff out within themselves, they believe this relationship is worth fighting for. but is it a little bit too late? That's your call. And also we have the crystal pure heart. Now this can indicate that both of you were going through a decluttering phase when you were separate in order to purify the heart, really, rid yourselves of toxicity, or if this person had some level of addictions, it's like to purify. But also I feel this is about transparency in the relationship. With clear intentions, clear heart, to move forward with honesty and to know thy heart so that you can open it up to another. Because remember, we cannot love another person if we do not love ourselves. And there is a little bit of a root cause with your person, because I feel they were bullied. This person, that bullying phase for them, and maybe some of you beautiful Aries got bullied yourselves. So that's one of the shared difficulties that you may have experienced separately, but it knocked their confidence and it made them feel like they were unlovable. So when you offered them unconditional love, they didn't trust it because they were like, that's not possible. There's some self-loathing there, okay? So that's what I'm picking up. But I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.